Love on My Lips. My name is Patience. On today's episode, we'll be talking about reasons why people stay in a toxic relationship. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video. Give it a thumbs up, guys. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Ladies, what are some of the reasons why people stay in an abusive relationship?
Stigmatization, especially from friends. Example, you go to meet your friend, telling them, oh, this is what I'm passing through. I feel like leaving. And they're like, you want to leave the relationship with all you've passed through? Even at times, some, they turn advice into mockery. I think because of this, people will feel they have to keep it to themselves without telling anybody.
And also, I think like the society have different, let's say different notion about divorce. So when people get divorced, they feel like it's your fault and you have failed. You didn't do well. So the people are afraid to come out to be like, I'll be judged wrongly. Despite they don't know what happened, what I went through. So I better keep quiet than coming out to say how I feel, because I feel like the society will judge me that I failed, I didn't do well. And sometimes they don't want to get married again. And if let's say somebody here, this person is divorced, the person is divorced, they don't want to get married to them because they feel like it was your fault. Why should you be married and leave? Why should you be divorced? So
the fear of it means that you cannot make another marriage work.
Yes,
that's what the society.
The society cannot. Yes.
I also know of a lady that had to leave because her life was at stake. And when she left, she went to look for an apartment to live in. Can you believe that the landlord told her that I can't accept you because you don't have a husband. You have children, but you don't have a husband. You are separated from your husband, so I cannot accept you. You cannot be my tenant. Those are one of the things people face from the society and also from family. They tend to make you feel like because probably you're the first child, and if you leave, it means that the ones after you, they will not be able. Yes, I'm giving them bad luck, and it means they will not be able to stay in our home. So things like that will make them want to make you stay, or make people want to stay.
And also, when the family have invested a lot of money too, they feel like my family invested a lot of money to help me marry this person. Maybe yes, how do I live? What would I tell my family? And your mother will be like, no, marriage is not all about coming out easily. You have to still stay into it.
Even your mom will advise you, I'm staying in my own husband's house. So you go back to your husband's house and stay there. There's no room for you here. Then mom, what I'm passing through is not good. I'm facing this. I don't want to hear. You saw him, especially if you have been warned before going to the relationship.
Yes, it's true.
When it happens like this, people tend to either mock you or reject you.
Yeah. And another thing too, I think family image make people to stay into abusive relationship. Like a pastor or his daughter married and she being abused in a relationship, she can't come out because my father is a pastor. What would the church say? Even if that happened, what would the pastor be telling other people that want to get divorced? So
they are still together.
So you have to stay.
Or if you are married to a man who happens to be your breadwinner, the family will object to it. They won't want you to leave him because they will say, if you leave this man, how are you going to feel? After all, you know he's the one paying your siblings' school fees. So things like this will always make people want to stay in such relationship.
And like yesterday, you married to a very powerful man in the society. Yeah, like a politician and all that. So he got married to you. You can't just leave because in those kind of things, they don't want to be like he's divorced. So even if he's abusing you, you still have to stay because of his reputation. You don't want it to spoil. So you have to remain in that marriage.
You don't want to be a challenge. You don't want to give the title challenge.
Yes.
So I always want to remain because everybody has respected you to a particular.
When it comes to that power thing, it's mostly between the children. Two powerful politicians or two powerful businessmen. They put their children together for future purpose, just for the business to continue. So even if the child comes back to say, I'm being abused, I don't think the parents will let them leave. You have to stay there because it's for our future. It's for the future of this family, for our dynasty. So you have to stay
Even
there.
if the both family are friends, let's say the father and the girl father and the guy father are friends, and like you said, because of that, no, you can't leave.
Friendship,
Yes.
you won't leave.
That's my friend. I give my daughter to you, so you can't just leave the
For the
relationship.
relationship to continue,
Yes.
so she has to stay.
You were talking about that taking care of the person's family. I think another thing is financial dependency.
Yes.
When the woman is totally dependent on the man, she
Yes.
has nothing doing with her own earnings.
Ladies, work.
Most of the time, the men put them in that situation to have power over them. Like, you don't work, stay in the house, I can take care of
They
everything.
call you full housewife.
Yes, full
Then
housewife.
instead of turning to be F-U-U-L, it tends to be F-O-O-L, where you accept to be a full housewife. And then when it happens like this, the end result, you feel
can't
like
leave
not leaving.
because it's
Because-
taking care of you, it's
Yes.
taking care of your family.
So-
He's not doing. If money does not come from him, your family will not eat.
Yes.
I think that's
So I also
what-
think it's a vessel when a woman going to marriage, don't just put your hands down. You have to work for yourself. You have to, even if you're earning $1 is better than, or $1 is better than
Yes, they
sitting home.
identify.
Yes, because in
Like-
such situation when you are being abused and you have nowhere to turn to financially, you just feel like you have to stay because you have children, have to feed them. It's the problem for you, so you just have to stay into the relationship.
Do you know another reason? This very important reason. The ones that don't even know they are in an abusive relationship.
Ignorant.
The ones that grew up seeing their father beat their mother, or their mother using abusive words on their father, they see it as a norm. This is how marriage is supposed to be. So even when they get into situations like that, they tend to leave
The
like
way
that. They
they
see it
are
as a
used
normal
to.
thing. Yeah.
Yes. The
There's
way
nothing
they-
wrong with this.
This is how my
situation.
mom
This is-
talks
yeah.
to my dad. This is how my dad talks to my mom. So they are used to
This
that
is how my
particular-
dad beats my mom, so it's a normal thing. So people like that too, they stay because they don't see it as anything wrong.
That's bad.
They see it as normal, like the person loved me, so that's how they interpret love for them. Okay, so such people, you need to educate them that this is not love and you need to work.
It's an abuse.
Yes, abuse. They also sacrifice. I think it's the main reason. Most of the time, women really stay because the woman feel like I invested a lot. And maybe you met the guy or the lady with nothing, and you invested a lot. The time to maybe I spent like 10, 15 years with the person. You feel like I don't want to leave because there's nothing out there for me. I just want to stay, and hoping along the line the person will change. So because of the sacrifice, the time, the effort, the money they are put into. Sometimes maybe the person send the person to school.
Like
Yes.
applicable to men.
Yes, educate the person
Yes.
and they start abusing it. So they feel like I can't leave. I want to stay here and give him another chance. Also, I feel a low self-esteem.
Very important.
It's very, very, very important. If you're in an abusive relationship, low self-esteem kind of change who you are. You forget yourself. So that you don't have that confidence anymore to see this is me. I don't accept the abuse. I want to
feel
leave.
rejected,
Yes.
feel intimidated, and that's real bad.
You feel like nobody will be able to accept you. You don't
Yeah.
feel beautiful anymore because of what you've been through. The person must have told you that if I don't accept you, nobody can take you. I'm managing you. You understand? So those people with
Low
low
self-esteem.
self-esteem don't feel like they can get something better.
Doing for
They don't feel like
Somebody
some of
can
them don't
love
even
them.
feel like they deserve something
anything
better.
good, yeah.
They feel like if I leave this one, I can't
I'm
get any other
finished.
person
I
that is
can-
good.
yes.
That this is the end of my life because
He's better than me. I'm
those are the
depending
kind
on
of
him.
things
Yeah, I feel
they've
like
heard.
that's the
So
only
let
better
me
person in this
be
world.
tied down to this and manage it. And then they keep praying, maybe it's time it will work.
Yes, another important factor too for me, I think people say is relation doctrine. That one, the very big thing.
For better, for worse, till death do you part.
Part.
Yes, so what do you think about that?
That one, till death do your part.
Yes.
It's very important.
Very, very, yes,
When your
yes,
life is being threatened.
yes.
The death do your part is not for you to die, please.
Mhm.
So if your life is being threatened, you can leave. And that for better for worse is being misinterpreted.
Yes.
Because I think the worst there is not you being beaten or
Yeah.
being
Hurt,
abused or all
abused.
kinds. It's probably your partner is going through one challenge or the other.
You
should
support
be there,
or assist.
to help each other go through that situation. That's what I think what is talking
Yeah, but people misinterpret it for
Even your life is at
even when my
stake,
life is
still
at stake, even when it's punching me like a punching bag, I still have
Yeah,
to
but
stay.
that's wrong. So that's what I just explained.
Yeah.
So it's the better for worse until then do your part. It's not for you to be beaten to death.
Your eyes is being plugged down.
It's not for you to be beaten
You have
to
deaf
death.
ears and then you're still managing the relationship.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes people are in different religions and things that have very strong doctrine that even if you are being abused, you can't
You
leave.
can leave.
Yes.
Some religious institutions don't believe that divorce should happen. If you are there, you are there.
Yes.
As long as you
Let's
choose to
not
marry this
breathe,
person, you stay there.
And then the
Even
question
if you are
is,
dying.
didn't you see him before you married him?
So you have to stay there.
Even when the other spouse or the other opponent was pretending. You know, we have people who pretend in relationship. They pretend as if they love you. They pretend as if they are all you need until you get into it.
Yeah.
Before you come to see that what they've been doing is fake.
And people make other excuses like, because of my children, I can't leave this person. I have children for him, so I have children with her, so I can't leave anymore. Because sometimes ladies feel like, or the person feel like, I want my children to have their father in their life. You know, I don't want to separate them from their father, or I don't want to separate them from their mother. So because of the children, I'm still going to stay in a relationship.
And also the financial support for
Yeah,
the children.
for the
Like,
children, so I
if
can't do it on my own.
If I
I will be able to
leave,
take care of them.
yes, I won't be able to take care of them if I have custody. Sometimes they even feel like the opposite, your partner can take custody of the children. And
Yeah,
not
they're
allow
afraid,
you
it's true, to see
to
them.
see.
So they
Yeah.
want to stay.
They want to
Okay.
stay. And another thing, you hear people saying, because I love him or her.
Ah, no.
And then those are the ones that don't care if they are being beaten, because some of them feel like, if you beat me, then you love me. I'm
Yeah.
heard a lady saying, if it's angry with me, I prefer that it beats me to not eating my food.
Aye.
So I wonder what. So people like that tend to stay in a relationship,
If-
and there's also fear of being hurt.
Yes. And feel
Yeah,
being
fear of
alone.
being hurt, I can explain that. I think is maybe when you are married to, let me put it out. You understand? When you're married to someone who is stronger than you, someone who is used to
Have
bullying
more power
people,
to-
has a power to, understand. Now you are married to such person, you think, if I leave him, this man will come after me. He will send people to stalk me, they will start monitoring me and everything. So because of that, you want, especially if he has been intimidating you,
Using
telling you
threatening
threats
words.
to your head, telling you, if the day I come and I did not see you in this house, that day I will make sure I skin you alive, because of words like
Or
this.
if I don't marry, no one else can marry.
Or
me.
even you leave, taking my revenge. Maybe you leave you wherever you move to. take you
Even
down and-
I've seen someone who does that. Who did that? Let me say,
Stalking.
you understand what I'm saying? That he went at the lady married someone else, a new person, and then he was there to destroy the marriage. He went there and destroyed the whole thing, saying, "This is my girl, this is my wife," and things like that. So that is the reason why some people want to stay in such relationships.
So right now, somebody watching on might be like, okay, I found myself in all these problems. What's the way out? What can I do if I'm in such situation? What can I do to feel myself again? What's the advice we give to people out there in such situation? Yeah,
I think the first thing is to accept that you are
in
in an
abusive.
abusive relationship.
Yes.
Because there are people, like you said, some people are ignorant about it. They think it's a norm. But if you accept that you are in an abusive relationship, that's the first thing. And then I think speaking out, you have to talk to people. It's important that you let people around you,
Know
people
what you're
in
passing through.
Oh,
authority,
Yeah,
also know.
and also Omar was talking about speaking out to people. Please don't feel like I need to speak out. You need to find somebody you can trust.
Yes, the
Somebody,
right
yeah, the
people.
right
Talk to
people,
the right people.
company, the right people. They can help you. Not just talking to anybody.
Anybody.
Yeah, anybody around you. You have to speak out to people. And one thing I noticed, I said that the other day to Omar, that those in abusive relationship, they are very secretive. It's very hard to get stuff out of them. So if you are sitting there and you are quiet, you can't speak out, nobody will help you. So if you need help, first of all, we advise that you speak out. Please tell people what's going on.
Yeah, talk to the right people.
Oma was saying you should ask for professional help.
Professional, yes, these are pastors, counselors, and then talk to women affairs.
Yes, women rights protection. You can also talk to them and ask for help. And when you feel like nothing is working and your life is at stake, we advise you to leave.
To stay.
Yes.
Your life is at stake. Just
have to leave.
That's the best solution.
Yes.
Because, for better, for worse, till death do us apart is not for you to die.
Yes. Please leave. Don't feel like you have no help. Leave in the first place and see what happens.
And if you don't leave, don't be surprised. Those children, you're trying to stay because of children, you end up losing them. You want to stay because you don't want to be left alone. You end up being alone in the grave.
Yes.
So the best thing is to leave.
Leave, and lastly, invest in yourself. After you are leave that relationship, find time to heal. Don't go back to another relationship right away. Yes, without healing, because it takes a process.
Build yourself esteem.
Yeah, you know, people who don't heal themselves, they are kind of people who end up saying, I'm not sure I'll go into a relationship again. Anything that has to do with relationship, I'm no more interested. Because the wound is not healed.
Yes.
So you have to build yourself, heal your wounds, take all these things off you, and believe you have a new beginning, probably a new page. Choose wisely this time.
You can watch our other video. Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
So hey guys, thanks for watching our video today. To all the young lady out there, your life is better than being in an abusive relationship. You're worth more than that. Please, if you have to leave, when it goes into the point you can't do it no more, please leave the relationship. It's better to be alive than being in a relationship. See you next week, same time. Please don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to also subscribe to our channel, guys. We'll be back next week with more interesting topic. Have a blessed day. Bye.